Okay, so in round two, if you hadn't heard about Learn to Win, go watch round one or go find the actual episode we're talking about this in, because we are actually talking about the games that are going to be at Meeple-A-Thon, and we're going to talk about them as a whole, as a group. So just real quick, there's 16 games. I'm going to read them off real quick. It's Wonders Creatures, Comic Hunters, Dice Thrones, Adulthood, Quacks, and not Quacks of Quedlinburg, because now it's just Quacks, just like Catan.
Right.
They got rid of Settlers. Merchants of Andromeda, Through the Desert, Crafting the Cosmos, Super Boss Monster, Fliptoons, Age of Comics, Twinkle Twinkle, Trinket Trove, Lord of the Rings, Fate of the Fellowship, Nature, and A Place for All My Books. So in the first segment, guys, I did kind of say things maybe a little too hastily, and I said that I don't know if these are all new games and stuff. They are mostly new games, and I think this group is just wonderful. When you're talking about not new games, you're talking about Dice Throne. That's aged. Super Boss Monster, it's technically like it's the new version of Boss Monster, but it's the same game. It's more like an standalone expansion. And then Comic Hunters came out last year, and then Quacks came out like 6 years ago. But other than that, this is pretty much a new slate of games. So congratulations for picking such a great group of games. And hey, you know what? Me personally, I loved how many comic book themed games are in this. I mean, I feel like the organizers were like listening to me, and they were like, what games did Daniel like? And I'm going to make sure we get those in there, because Comic Hunters, Dice Thrones, I think Comic Age is one of them as well.
Age of Comics.
Age of
Yeah,
Comics.
Age of Comics. I mean, come on, guys, this is wonderful. And then Super Boss Monster. I want to talk about Boss Monster real quick, guys. This game came out probably about 10 to 15 years ago, and it's kind of falls into the realm of like a Munchkin-like game where you're doing take that and all that stuff. But it is so much different than those take that games, because you're actually trying to build like this dungeon and luring heroes in, and you're trying to get creative to kill them in your dungeon. Essentially dungeon lords did something like this, but they went way overboard with Eurifying it. So I will say, Super Boss Monster, don't sleep on that one. I think if you like that 16-bit old school video game appearance of things, check this one out. Don't sleep on it. As far as the rest of them, they're all pretty good. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of A Place for All My Books, but I don't know if I'm the audience for that. So don't take my word for that one. But yeah, overall, I think I'm happy with it. John, what about you?
Well, you know
Well-
what? There's some of them are really stand out, obviously. And like Kelly was saying, there's 2025, 2025, 2025. There's like a lot of new hotness. The ones that aren't new hotness, though, like you're saying, Dice Throne is kind of like one of those. It's like Unmatched. It's one of those games. It's like a hobby unto itself, where you can get into it and you can collect
Yeah.
all the different Dice Thrones. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Quacks is an evergreen. People are getting into Quacks. That's why they redid it. That's why, rethemed it, made it even look more family friendly or whatever, because it's one of those gateway games, man. Here, this one's free, and then you're gonna come back and ask for some more later. But so the ones that they did pick that aren't new games, it makes sense that they're not, that they would be on the list. I don't have much of a problem with this list. I mean, there's ones that I would stay away from, obviously, like Super Boss Monster that you just bragged about. I was looking for my boring sign, but I didn't have it with me, so I couldn't say anything about
You're
that.
boring, John.
But I was mostly really wanting to hear you say Twinkle Twinkle and Trinket Trove back to back, and that didn't let me down
Two
at all.
times.
But yeah, Comic Hunters, yeah, I mean, like you're saying, those ones are all good. Adulthood that you didn't mention, Adulthood's going to be a good one too to have on there, and I would love to do a teach of Adulthood. If I haven't played Adulthood yet, by then I'm definitely going to go to the teach of Adulthood, because I got it.
You'll
at,
like it, John. It's a
Gen
quick
Con.
version.
Didn't we
of
demo that at
Gen
Gen Con a couple years ago, Adulthood? Or am I thinking of something else?
It just came out last year's Gen Con, but then
There was
The-
something we played that was like kind of like
who's we? You and I?
I thought it was you and I, but maybe it was
No, it
Daniel
wasn't.
and
It wasn't
Maybe
Adulthood.
was
I think
Phil,
it was
whatever
you and Ty. I did not. Well, I will say you like the Adulthood, and I made fun of you getting that, but that's from
Yes.
Brotherwise Games, which same with Super Boss Monster. So if you like Adulthood, you might like Super
Oh, boy,
Boss
that's the
Monster.
same
Just
game, really.
saying.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same.
Yes. Pretty
Yes,
much.
sorry, I did demo that at Gen Con because I remember it was Super Boss Monster too. Yeah, they had a promo. They had a promo that looked like Super Boss Monster type logo.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Oh yeah, I'm just sharing with everyone what's going on inside my head.
Set the record straight. Kelly, what do you think of this list?
So, like you've already mentioned for me, thank you. 2025, that's new hotness. That's got this girl ready to go. I'm going to be signing up for so much of these. I don't know that I'll have the time, so I better use my discretion. I do want to mention the Super Boss Monster as well, Daniel. I actually looked into this and I really had zero
Wow.
interest in the previous one. This new one looks so cool. The components are upgraded so nicely. The artwork is a million times better. I get the pixel thing, but they made the pixel thing look good again. And the box
Well,
cool.
because they
looks like
upgraded it to now
Yeah,
it's
it
Nintendo
looks-
64. Previously,
that's
it was
not it.
Nintendo.
Oh.
That's
Eight-
the
This
old
is
one,
the
right?
big box.
64
Yeah,
the
bit
big
to
box.
That
8 bit to
looks
64 bit.
that looks terrible compared to the new one because I looked at it and see I would walk right by that going not for me. This one actually goes I might want to sit down and play it. And I actually from what I read and believe me I don't read rules but reading this about this game it sounded like they said they could mix cards with previous content. So that led me to believe there is more new content than I think you mentioned. So I thought that was cool. But anyways, I'm getting into the weeds here. Um but it's funny too, though, John. I do want to say really quick adulthood that you mentioned, I also looked into, and they called it the snapshot of Pursuit of Happiness and
Yes.
CV because
Yeah.
it's more like a quick hitter than Adult to Life. And I just thought that was intriguing. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. The list on here really had me intrigued because I kept looking them up, going, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Mhm.
Like, and the reality is, I'm not going to be able to play half the games here because, ADHD.
constraints.
I have so, I'm squirreling. I want to do all the things talk.
Speaking of time constraints,
I was wrapping up.
I know.
Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. No.
All right, so are you still got something to say?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
You just wait.
Kelly.
When I say the word Andy, keyword, it'll be your turn.
Well, John's the host.
Kelly, as
Actually,
a
Daniel's the
woman,
host.
as a woman, when a man is interrupting you, you're supposed to just keep saying, "I'm still talking. I'm still talking. I'm still talking."
All right, finish your
All
thought
right.
there, Kelly.
All right, what do you got?
I don't even remember anymore. Back to you, Andy. Let me wait to interrupt you.
Oh, I can't wait. I don't have a whole lot more to say. You guys have covered a lot of it, but I think it's a good mix of
That's a
old
shame.
and new games, and that's exciting. But I'm a little disappointed. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little disappointed there aren't some heavy games on here, some heavy Euros, some crunchy stuff. And I understand that's going to take a long time to learn those, and it takes a lot of time up, and finding teachers for those games might be harder. But I would have liked to have seen at least one or two heavier games on here that would have made me a little happier. But otherwise, you know what?
No,
Some are good. Some will be really. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it still.
Which one are you looking forward to the most?
You know, I want to play Nature again. I played it once at Gen Con, and it was
Oh, you
actually.
did? Okay.
I think I enjoyed it. It was a very quick explanation at Gen Con, but I would like to try it.
Yeah, so Nature is interesting because it's that evolution of the game evolution. And I played Oceans, which is the second game, or maybe the third, because there was Evolution Climate as well. Regardless, the game is solid. It's a game I think a lot of people.
Later.
Oh yeah, you're right. We're gonna talk about Nature more later.
Yeah,
But
I'm like,
yeah,
guys, stop it.
Yeah, you're good.
Stop it.
So.
Cut
All right.
it out.
Well, anyways, there's the list of game, guys. We didn't talk about Wondrous Creatures much. I think there was a big shout out for that game. That's probably the heaviest Euro game that is on this list. Also, Through the Desert is a wonderful abstract game. And Merchants of Andromeda, I don't know much about it, but I think it is I know it's an all-play game, and I think that one's a little Euro-y there too. So there's two to look out for you, Andy. But hey, guys, let us know what you think of these list of games. Let Meeple-A-Thon know what you think of this games. And if you're not going to Meeple-A-Thon because you're, don't live here in Kansas, if you live close, come by. It's a really cool event, and they raise money for charity. So it's definitely for a good cause, and they're putting a lot of effort into it. They always have, but this year even more. And I think it's going to be a fantastic convention with a really cool thing that I think other publishers are going to be excited to see in the future. So,
New change of venue too, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nicer place.
yes, it's actually going to be in a
Park.
big convention center. So
Cool.
that's a big plus. Though you got to admit, the creepy Kmart was pretty awesome. Apparently, they had to get out of the creepy Kmart because raccoons kept getting into the back of it, where they were keeping all the volunteer stuff, and they were getting into the food, which was wild. So, but
What a story.
It is. All right, guys. Well, at the end of round 2, we have Andy at 6, we have Daniel at 7, John at 6, and Kelly at 7.